Behold, I stand at the door and knock. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in to him and dine with him, and he with me. In the temple, the temple of Yahweh represents the the human body. That's why Yahushua said, destroy the temple, I will raise it in 3 days, talking about his own body, because he is the temple of Yahweh, and when we believe in him, we become part of the temple as a stone in the temple, just like Yahushua is the cornerstone. So the temple is a human body. The two pillars of the temple represent the two legs. The most set apart place represents the head. The set apart place represents the um, the upper body, pretty much where the heart is, and it represents, well, and that is why in the, well, for instance, in the most set apart place, which represents the head, there were the two tablets as the two sides of the brain, the two tablet stone that had the 10 commandments and many other things that have to do with the head, and it was the most important part. Then the set apart place, it would be this part where the heart is, and the heart was represented by the shulchan, or the table of the bread. There was the manna that was inside the most set apart place that represents Mashiach, and in the set apart place there was a showbread. Manna represents the first, the showbread represents the last. First and last. A bread that comes from heaven, a bread that grew from the ground. So the shulchan, or the table, represents the heart. And that is why here we see, behold, I stand at the door, as in to enter the home, the house of the person, meaning the body, as in I stand at the heart and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, so he's knocking, he's asking to enter into the person who is lost, to enter into the person who is blind, poor, naked, miserable, wretched, to help that person. But he doesn't enter by force, he actually knocks. He's a gentleman about it. And I will read more about this point later on, so I hope I don't forget. But I'll just say a couple more things. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him. So that shows how the Ruach of Mashiach enters the person once the person hears the voice. The voice. So through the last, who is the voice, the people who hear that doctrine and follow it and believe in the doctrine, of course, and put it to practice and confess the name of Mashiach, will receive the Ruach of Mashiach, and that Ruach will enter them. I will come into him and dine with him, as in the shulchan, the table. The family used to eat together at the table, and that represents that even though there are several members, they are one body, they are one family. So the fact that Mashiach is saying this is to become one with the person, represented by the act of eating together on the table.